702 Drive. So some important news in regard to South Africa's bid to host a Formula One Grand Prix. At Kyalami is one of the options. There's also talk potentially of a street race in Cape Town. Remember, they hosted a 2023 Formula event. But the running is definitely being made by Kyalami. News coming from the governing body, the FAI, is in regard to the upgrading of the circuit. But to explain exactly what substantial step forward has just been taken, let's welcome to the show Toby Venter. He's CEO of OT Venter Group of Companies. A very good afternoon to you, Mr. Venter, and thanks very much for your time. What has happened? What has the FIA said that suggests this is all good news?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, John, and listeners. So this is not something that's happened overnight. We've been planning Kyalami's upgrade to Formula One status for the last 5 years.
Right.
This is distinctly independent of any engagement with government or any other body. Kyalami's business model is self-sustaining, and we have undertaken to upgrade Kyalami or attempt to upgrade Kyalami to Formula One. And what has happened is we engaged with a company in the UK called Apex Circuit Design, who have 27 years of upgrading circuits around the world to Formula One status. The latest and most prominent being Miami, which was a $750 million project.
Mm-hmm.
So we've engaged with Clive Bowen, and he was here today at Kyalami at the press conference, and we outlined a very detailed and a significant development in South African motorsport and Kyalami's future, in that the Formula One Association that oversees circuit design in the world has overseen a plan to upgrade Kyalami to Formula One status. This is not done lightly. It's a process that you have to go through, and there's many hoops to jump through, and we've received confirmation and affirmation that we can upgrade Kyalami, which is 90% ready because it's already a Formula 2 grade circuit, or FIA grade 2 circuit, so to speak. So yeah, the exciting news is we've been given approval,
yes,
and our plans are approved. We have 3 years to do it, or we can do it in as little as 3 months, depending on the intensity. So the question is, Kyalami is ready.
Yes.
But in order for South Africa to obtain a Formula One race, government involvement is essential, because otherwise there's no business model.
So in terms of the things that you need to do, will the basic layout of the track stay the same? I'm just looking at the most recent map I can see of Kyalami. It doesn't look quite like the Kyalami of my youth. Some changes have been made. Some corners are there where they used to be. I'm looking at Leeuwkop, where I always used to like sitting. Is there a lot that needs doing?
So to answer your question, your first question is, the circuit remains as it is.
Right.
The Kyalami character that you experienced at Leeuwkop and that we've attempted to retain. All that's required, when I say it, we're 90% there, is additional runoffs, curbs,
mm-hmm.
Tar runoffs, additional barriers, and so forth. But that's not the end of the story, because you have to accommodate lots of grandstands and additional things, which is the second phase when we engage with the Formula One management. This approval that we've obtained is from the FIA, which is solely concerned with the safety of the track. So Kyalami has obtained approval. We can do it in 3 months, or we can take 3 years, depending on the intensity, because Kyalami
Right.
is fully booked as we speak for conferences, shows, exhibitions, launches, and so forth. So it's a very exciting development in that we've now taken away all the doubt that Kyalami is ready for Formula One. Kyalami is ready for Formula One. All that's required now is for government engagement and involvement, yes, with Formula One management.
So Mr. Venter, I mean, there's Kyalami, and then there's some speak of a street circuit down in Cape Town, for example, based on that one electric vehicle Grand Prix that they had a couple of years ago. Would part of government's role be to arbitrate between those two things and say, listen, pretty much the way you do with an Olympic bid city? We had that scenario a while back. They said, well, no, Cape Town's going to go for the Olympics. Would that be left to government, or might we have a scenario where Joburg and Cape Town are bidding against each other? I can't imagine that would have a good ending.
Let me say this. There's a lot of talk about a street circuit in Cape Town, and there's a lot of talk about other circuits in South Africa and in Africa. Mm-hmm. The reality is Kyalami is built. It's successful as a circuit and as a business. For somebody to start from scratch, either in South Africa or in Africa, will take 5 years. To build a street circuit in Cape Town will cost $250 million, according to Clive Bowden from Apex Circuit Design. And I'm quoting him. And thereafter, every year, between $40 and $100 million. That kind of money is not readily available.
No.
So yes, you can't say it will never happen, but it's most unlikely. All the other venues in Africa are 5 to 10 years away, including Rwanda. Morocco is probably a bit closer, but Kyalami is up and running. We have a FI Grade 2. We can quickly and very inexpensively, when I say between $5 and $10 million, upgrade to Formula One because of the expensive tech barriers and other high-tech things we need. But no other venue is up and running like Kyalami is. And at the end of the day, you know what? Formula One's all about balancing the budget.
Yes.
And a promoter has to sell tickets and hospitality and make a business out of it. And if you start from scratch, the costs are just insurmountable to start up and running. It's paid for, it's successful. Yes. So it's the most logical option.
Thanks very much, Toby Venter, CEO of OT Venter Group of Companies. They own Kyalami. Important approval given by motorsports governing body, the FIA. So, the next steps, we need to find out exactly when the next steps will be taken and, crucially, what they consist of. Government, as he pointed out, a crucial role to play.
News.
Experts.
Analysis.
Where things stand.
What you need to know. Drive home with John Perlman
On 702.